We've just got a brand new update in Park Tycoon 2 featuring new track types, a new flat ride, which you can actually control, and also a bunch of other cool stuff, which today we're going to be checking out. So first of all, let's check out those brand new track types. So as we can see in the changelog right here, this applies to a bunch of different coasters, including the multi-launch coaster, the launch spinning coaster, the hydraulic launch coaster, the beyond vertical drop coaster, the extreme launch coaster, and the hybrid coaster. So let me just place all those variations in game, guys. I'll be back in half an hour.
2,000 years later.
Okay, guys, that took a while, but here we are. Here is every new type of track in the new update right here. And as you can see, there is quite a few. So let's just start off with the one that has the most right here, which is the multi-launch. We obviously have the normal type of track, which we're used to, but then also we have a flat piece of track right here that has some diagonal crossbars. Then we have another piece of flat track right here, which only has the horizontal crossbars, no diagonal ones. And just to point out, these type of track right here is usually used on parts where the coaster is going really slow. So for example, after a brake run or before it goes into a launch, you know, you don't really want to be using these type of tracks when the coaster is going very fast. And speaking of track used when going very fast, here we are. We have this track right here as well. Now we do have to play spot the difference right here because genuinely these look so similar. And I think genuinely, guys, the only difference is that these diagonal pieces are all the same orientation instead of going like in a V shape. Like as you can see right here, these go do like backwards and forwards. But also I just wanted to highlight right here as well that if you go from one of these flat pieces of track to this, you actually get a really nice piece of track that looks like this. Very cool. Then of course we have a flat piece of track with all of the diagonals in the same line. And then this one, I genuinely don't know. Is it maybe that these are rounded instead of square? I think so. Yes, it is. And then the last two right here, in my opinion, are the most interesting. We have a thick spine right here, which people have been asking for a whole long time. And then right here, the coolest in my opinion, we can actually have a thicker, more reinforced spine, which this is normally used when you've got some really high forces and you need to actually, you know, reinforce the coaster, especially maybe after a launch. So yeah, really cool to see. And once again, a nice connection when you go between this type of track and the thicker, you know, more reinforced track. And just to point out before we go into the next coaster right here, if you actually want to use these different types of tracks, all you need to do is go into the additional track options right here and you'll find all of them. And like I say, there is a lot of different options right here, and these three seem very similar to these three, but it's nice to have the options, I guess, in case you want to get really specific. Oh, and also something really cool right here is that a lot of these track types can actually be used during the elevator or drop track. So for example, if we chuck one of those in right here, you can see that it doesn't support this track. So I'm guessing if we swap to there we go, it can, but the thicker spines, unfortunately not. But then that brings us on to the spinning coaster right here, which once again has the normal type of track and then just has some very similar ones to this coaster right here. Just some flat pieces of track right here, some different alternations, basically the exact same as the multi-launch, just without these thick spines. But then for the hydraulic launch right here, we of course have the cube track right here as we normally have, but then once again, we've got the exact same type of tracks now as the multi-launch, which I suppose is nice. It's not exactly the most original, Dennis. You're basically just adding in the same pieces of track for 14 different types of coasters, but sure. But then moving on to the beyond vertical drop coaster right here, obviously we have a bit of a wider track on this, and as you can see, once again, we've got the exact same type of tracks, just these sort of flat tracks right here, and also the one without those diagonal crossbars, but obviously just a bit more stretched out for the wider track. And then on the extreme launch coaster right here, we of course have a flat piece of track. Who could have seen this coming, guys? But then finally on the hybrid coaster, we have a version of the coaster without these kind of big metal beams in them, which is really nice for custom supporting. By the looks of things, these just don't have any supports at all, which is very interesting. Like, look, if we just build this out, no supports on all of this track. So yeah, definitely a very interesting addition to the hybrid coaster right here. But that's all of the new track types right here. But don't worry, guys, we've still got a lot more to look at right here. And let's start off with the first of two new flat rides right here. As you can see, we've got a mini Ferris wheel. I have to say, this is extremely cute, and I really love this. It's perfect for like a kids area of the park. I mean, it's a little bit themed. This kind of looks like an acorn, if you ask me right here. So it would have been nice to have an unthemed version like we have with the big Ferris wheel. But at the end of the day, this is still really nice looking, and it's a great addition to have right here, especially because the other Ferris wheel was so big. But there's not too much else to say about this other than that it's just a Ferris wheel, but smaller, guys, with some different cars. But we do have a way more interesting flat ride right here, which honestly is super cool, and that is the new bumper cars ride right here. That is correct, guys. We have a bumper car ride, and you may be thinking, oh, well, it's bumper cars, you know, so what, they'll just drive around themselves, right? No. If we actually jump into one of these bumper cars right here, you'll see that we can actually drive these around using WASD or, of course, your controller or whatever else if you're on mobile. And as you can see, we can drive around, and we even have some points right here above the dashboard, which sadly, because we don't have anyone here, because I have no friends, guys, it means that we don't actually get any points by crashing into the other bumper cars right here, unfortunately, by the looks of it. But if you did actually have other guests playing right here, if you were actually, you know, playing with other friends, you do get points for crashing into them right here. And I don't know what the points give you because I still don't have any friends, but it's still really cool that you can actually control this right here, and it gives you some, yeah, really cool little mini games, I guess, to play. And of course, the trains right here look absolutely amazing. The building as well, really nice. Love that it's not too over themed, because of course you can still theme this to your own sort of things right here. Chuck this in a building, whatever you want to do. The only thing that I will say is it would have been nice to maybe have some different versions of this, maybe some different skins that are different sizes. I don't know, maybe something for the future. But yeah, honestly, beautiful. Absolute slam dunk by Dennis right here. Love this. But guys, we are still not done right here, because if we're going to the water ride and get up the boat ride, we now have a water trike skin, which I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know what a water trike was before today. But if we just unlock that skin for 2,000, I don't have enough credits. Hold on, guys. Yeah, let's just yeah. You don't see anything, guys. Look away, look away. Here we go. Okay, let's just whack this in right here, and of course we'll actually get some water. That'll be helpful. And here we are. What an interesting skin, guys. I've got to say, did not see this one coming. I don't know why he's added this out of everything. I mean, it's cool, I guess, but like, why? But yeah, really cool skin, I guess. It's very, very like kind of homemade feeling, or like kind of small park. I like it a lot. It's really cool. I don't understand why it's here, honestly. But yeah, we've also got some pedals right here. Let me just actually jump out the train so my fat ass isn't in the way. But yeah, we've got some pedals, lots of details. Even we've got this little like drivetrain, I'm guessing, right here at the back. Very nice. And yeah, of course, the seats look great. Everything looks great. Shocker, guys. Looks amazing. And if we actually just test these right here, you can see that the wheels also nicely spin. Looks good, guys. Love to see it. But we still have one more thing in the changelog right here, because of course we have 6 new tree items, which I haven't even seen yet. So let's see right here. What are these new tree items? Where are they? Oh, okay. Look at these. Let's get these placed in. These look beautiful. And of course, we also have some palm trees right here. Oh, look at these guys. These are good. These are... What the hell, Dennis? What the hell? We just snuck this into the update. Wow, look at these pine trees. These are... Oh, they're beautiful. And these palm trees here as well. I love that we've got like a little mini palm. I mean, I'd say this isn't even really a tree. It's more of a plant, but it's really nice to have it right here. Of course, though, now we'd probably need some bushes and some flowers that actually match these themes right here. So we've got some more kind of alpine bushes and flowers, and obviously tropical flowers and bushes. But something that I really want to see is some brand new rocks right here, because that's one thing that we haven't gone. And let's be honest, guys, when you put these rocks next to these trees right here, they look a bit out of place, don't they, guys? I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, other than that, guys, we've just got a bunch of other little changes, like a new bump mission and some other small changes, which you can see on screen right now. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments what your favorite part of this update is right here, because there's a lot of cool things that have been added. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and thank you so much to all the members who are popping on the screen right now. I really, really do appreciate all your guys' support. It means the world to me. And other than that, guys, make sure to check out this video that's popping up on the screen right now. YouTube seems to think you'll quite like it, so why not go give it a try? And I hope you have a lovely, lovely rest of your day.